Good afternoon and welcome. We are so happy to have you here. My name is Jay, and I am our StriveScan facilitator for this afternoon or evening, wherever you are, whether you're watching live or the recorded session. We are happy to have you here. So, welcome to the Western Association for College Admission Counseling Fair. Just a few housekeeping items to go over before we get started with our 6 awesome schools. So, at the very bottom of your screen, you should be able to see a Q&A button. That is where you can communicate and ask questions to any of our presenters at any time. They can follow up after their presentations and answer any questions that you may have. Also, don't worry because your camera and video are completely off, so we cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many sessions that are happening. So after you learn about these great schools, if you want to know more, definitely check back and see what other kind of fairs and what other schools are offered. Also, this presentation is being recorded. So if you miss anything or you're not actually able to be here live, we are all going to continue this on so we can get you all the great information. And you can find the recording within about 1 week of today at strivescan.com/WACAC. Now I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to ask our first presenter to come on up now. And Full Sail University, let's go ahead and take it away.
Hi, thank you so much for that. My name is Victoria. I work at Full Sail University. We are located in Winter Park, Florida. I'm going to go ahead and start off with just a quick video. So stay tuned. I'm going to share my screen. And away we go.
Alrighty, hello there everybody. I'm Derek.
And I'm David.
And we are members of our touring and outreach team here at Full Sail University. We are so excited that you guys just got that sneak peek of our state-of-the-art facilities we have down here on our campus in sunny Winter Park, Florida.
Yes, and we're excited to be coming to you from one of our studios right now. This is our audio temple. This is our flagship recording art studio we have at Full Sail. And if you're interested in seeing more of our different studios, we actually do live virtual tours. We have our daily tours Monday through Friday, and then we do a special behind the scenes tour twice a month where we actually will bring back some Hall of Fame graduates. We'll have breakout rooms where you can speak to educators. It's an amazing experience.
Yes, everyone. And if you want to find out how to sign up for all those opportunities, as well as receive more information about us here at Full Sail University and stay connected, just go ahead and make sure we take a picture of that QR code or send us a text to 88995. And with that, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your time here and enjoy this next video.
Thanks, guys.
There are unique benefits to how our programs are structured. How does it work? Our curriculum is accelerated. That means that Full Sail's degrees take about half the time to complete compared to a traditional university. Since you won't be in school as long, you'll need to fund fewer years of housing and living expenses. At traditional universities, books and supplies can be a major educational cost. At Full Sail, these items are included in tuition. Full Sail's degree programs start every month, so you don't need to wait for the fall to begin your education. Unlike most universities, Full Sail's tuition is set for the duration of your program and doesn't rise from semester to semester. After you graduate, you can return to Full Sail and take a current course within your degree program to keep your skills up to date.
Okay, so that was just a flyover of Full Sail. What's playing in the background now is our grad showcase. These are some of the things that our grads have gone on to do in the big project on the main screen, and then the names of the graduates and their job titles underneath of that.
One more. Oh, yeah.
Not a word.
That was awesome!
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what.
You gotta run and don't look back.
So many people who dare to take on problems work with IBM.
A lot of high-class people out there that's looking down on me.
Bring the outside in.
And I can see that I'm getting the signal, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I went ahead and I put a bunch of links into the chat section just to go over the availability to our tours, degrees, tuition, scholarships, things of that nature. I hope this was a useful information for you guys, and feel free to ask questions as we go through the rest of the presentations.
Thank you so much for your time. Very much appreciate that there. We are going to move along to our second presenter, Lynn University. Come on up.
All right, hello, my name is Ryan Koss and I am Lynn University's admission counselor for your area. So I look forward to hopefully visiting in person sometime soon. Just to kind of get started and keep it moving, we are located in South Florida. We are in Boca Raton, Florida, which is about 2.5 hours south of Orlando, about 30 minutes north of Fort Lauderdale, and about an hour north of Miami along the Atlantic coast side. We are 3 miles to our closest beach, so very much a kind of coastal living community. A lot of things culturally in our area. So it's really a melting pot of cultures and different environments for you to not only learn on our campus, but off our campus and meet people from around the world. A little bit about our student profile. So our incoming class last year, we had students from a little over 95 different countries, 97 to be exact. And we had students from all over the US as well. Most of our students do not come from the local area, which means that our campus is very residential. So you will always have people on campus and activities going on, sporting events. So it doesn't feel like students are just kind of driving home on the weekends and disappearing. We were back on campus this year, so our campus is fully open for anybody who's looking at coming and visiting. And we hope that you can meet some of our students along the way. The picture on the right kind of shows you a little bit about our kind of cultural diversity internationally. So that's actually the front entrance to our school. So you'll see a flag up there for every different nation represented on our campus. We're a smaller private school, so we have about 3,000 total students now. We've had a couple increases the last couple of years, which is great, and we're continuing to see students retain each year. So a nice place for you to come and complete your degree, stay for a master's program, and get involved in jobs and internships. We are very much focused on a few main areas, which is technology, innovation, and really just kind of creating that global mindset for you as a student. So we use the iPads. We're an Apple Distinguished University. We have been for the last 5 years now, which means that we basically give you a brand new iPad Pro, the pencil and the keyboard when you come to the school. You use it for any and all of your academic programs. And most of your textbooks are able to be downloaded straight from our Lynn library, and they're completely free to you. So a lot of them will be embedded with different video clips and links, just to kind of adapt the way that we are teaching and the way that maybe we are used to teaching, and bring it into the current times. So we want to make it customizable and relatable to you. And a lot of your professors will do that along the way in each program. So you get the iPad built in. And then when it comes to programs, there's a few different things with us. So you see all the programs that we have listed there. We have 6 main colleges that house all of our programs. We have our own College of Aeronautics. We have our own College of Art and Science, College of Business, College of Communication Design, our College of Education, and then we have a classical musical trained conservatory for anybody who wants to perform professionally. So whether you wanted to do graphic art and design, game design, you wanted to do entrepreneurship, business management, you wanted to do performing visual arts, with BFA in drama or musical theater, or you want to do pre-med routes, or you want to become a professional pilot, we pretty much have it for you. On the left side, what you'll see there is the 3-year accelerated degree program, which is very popular with us. So virtually every program that you see there, you can do in 3 years, with the exception of the fine art degrees, which you'll see listed as BFA next to them. So all the other ones you can do in 3 years, saving you both time and money, giving you a head start on what your next step may be, whether that's creating your own company, starting to work right away, or going into a graduate program, master's program, medical program. So really saving you money. You don't have to have any college credit in order to do that program. All you have to do is maintain a 3.0 GPA by the end of your freshman year, and we will invite you to finish in your last 2 years, earning your full bachelor's degree. So nice perks, especially if you're looking for a balance of value and money, and you're kind of doing cost comparisons. The bottom link there, the lynn.edu/academics, you can actually find a profile for each program and a sample schedule, what it would look like over 3 or 4 years. I'm going to keep moving, but I'm going to mention something that we brought in this year, which is our block schedule. We brought in our block schedule, which means that 2 things. One, you'll have classes broken up over 4-week terms, but it still totals to the same amount throughout the course of the semester. So if you would take 5 classes during the course of the semester, with us, you would take 1 class for about 4 weeks. You finish that class, and then you move on to the next class. So at the end of the semester, it adds up the same way. It just allows you to focus on one thing at a time. The nice benefits to that is that we don't have classes on Fridays. So every week is a 3-day weekend. You finish all your classes on time. And when you pair it up with a 3-year track, you get a nice bit of flexibility in there, especially when it comes to jobs and internships. So when it comes to job and internships, we will help you with building your resume, finding a job and internship or network that you want to be a part of. One of the biggest things that we want to do is help you understand that just because we're a smaller school does not mean you have limited access to things. So in your areas, because we're on the West Coast, a few things that you'll see. So we have one of our alumni over with the Golden State Warriors, obviously hometown team for our Bay Area students. Michael Kitts is the Senior Vice President for Partnerships and is a Lynn alum from Boca Raton. And then we also have Scott Erdman, who is the Vice President for Partnerships with the Las Vegas Raiders. So people who came from our area and are now in your areas in well-known companies. And again, some of those skills that you learn at a smaller school are really able to help you when you get into some of these fields. So things to keep in mind. You can be a big fish in a small pond with us and really get access to a lot of different opportunities along the way. And just kind of wrapping up our campus life. So we are a D2 athletic university for anybody who's interested in athletics. Please reach out to us and our coaches. You can go straight onto our housing website to see our housing options. There's 6 different residence halls, live on campus year round. So definitely want you to take advantage of that. And then when you're applying, this is how you can apply to us. So we're on the Common App. We are test optional. There is no application fee. So if you have questions on any of this, please feel free to watch the recording or reach out to me, and I will post my contact information in the chat so you can reach out to me after this presentation. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that. We're going to move along to our 3rd presenter with University of Florida. Pam, take it away.
Welcome today on your Sunday. Thanks for coming to listen to us talk about our universities. Well, I am the anomaly in the room. We have some great Florida schools. We're the big public school in the state of Florida. So we are the flagship. We are located in North Central Florida. If you look at this map of Florida, you're going to see a blue star. That is where Gainesville is. So it's a little bit north of Orlando. We're not on the coast. If you wanted to go, say, like to Disney World from Gainesville, it's going to be like an hour and a half, 2 hours. There is a tiny little airport in Gainesville that currently American and Delta fly into, and that's about 15 minutes from campus. And it's super easy to go around. all around. If you fly into Gainesville, there's a bus system that goes all over Gainesville, and with your student ID, you get to ride that for free. So it's real easy transportation coming from the West Coast. We have over 300 undergraduate and graduate degrees. We have 5 professional schools. We have a law school, dental school, med school, veterinarian school, and school pharmacy. We have over 97% of our freshmen stick around. So that means they like being Gator, and that's one of the highest numbers in this nation. So we're pretty proud of that. We have over 64% of our students graduate debt-free, and to be quite honest, that's really not my out-of-state students. That's going to be more for my in-state students. And we're number 2 best value. So a lot of really cool things are going around on our campus. You can see these pictures. Some are in the area, some are our campus. So it's a really cool thing to do. So one of the big things with the University of Florida, and it's our newest little initiative going on, is artificial intelligence. So we think that is going to be the wave of the future, and we want everybody to be able to dabble in AI. So no matter what your major is on campus, you're going to be able to be proficient in AI. So you're going to be able to take those courses so you have that background. We have Innovation Academy, which is all about entrepreneurship. We do not admit based on major. So if you're coming from California, you guys are very well familiar with the term of impacted. We are not impacted. You can graduate in 4 years, no matter what your major is. We have an honor that would pass the honors program and run from all majors together. And there's a residence hall and a few other really cool things if you're part of the honors program. We allow our undergrad to participate in research. You don't need to be upper level or a grad student. You can get involved right away. In fact, if you're in the honors program, they'll help you get involved in research, but you don't have to be. Anybody can do research. We have our International Student Center for our study abroad. We want you to get off campus, get overseas, go experience life. This is the time to do it when you're in college. And I'll tell you, when I was in college, it was just all the rich kids. Those are the only ones that did study abroad because it's very expensive. And that is not the way it is nowadays. It doesn't matter your financial background. You'll be able to study abroad, and we're going to help make sure you can get that done. We have over 1,000 clubs and activities. We want you plugged in. We want you doing things besides sitting in the classroom. I mean, this is college. This is the time to have fun and make new friends and try new things. We also offer Greek life. And while we have about 23-24% of our students participate in Greek life, remember I said we were a big school? So if you count our undergrads and our graduate students, there's about 55,000 students. So at only 24% participating, it's big enough that there's going to be a lot of people that are Greek, but it's not going to be overwhelming. So if you're like, oh, I don't feel like going Greek, don't worry. You're not going to be like, I'm not the only one not Greek. It's all right. But we also have sororities and fraternity houses. There are not only just like your typical sororities and fraternities, but there's also professional ones. So you get involved with your major and what you want to be in life when you grow up. Also, there are fraternities that are like co-ed, and they like to be, you go out and volunteer and do a lot of things that way. So it's a little different. It's not just the typical something you're going to see from Animal House or something. That's not the way it is nowadays. We have for ROTC, we have all 4 branches, which is another great way to pay for school. We are part of D1 Athletics. You've seen us on ESPN and things. We are the Gators, and we're part of the SEC. And if you are from the West Coast, you know, Pac-12 or Ohio or something like Big Ten, well, just like those, SEC, we think we're the best as well. And then the Gator Nation. These are people that have already graduated or are currently enrolled in the University of Florida. And there's over 500,000 active Gator alumni all over the world to network, just to meet up if you're on visitation. I talked to a guy in San Diego that was in Singapore, and he didn't know anybody. He was here for business, and he found out that there was a Gator Club meeting. So he went to the Gator Club, and so he had all these contacts already, and they're watching a game, and people were friends of friends. So it's really, really fun for him. I tell people that being part of the Gator Nation, it's everywhere. And I was in Roswell, New Mexico yesterday, going into a little tiny store, and I had a Gator thing on because I am an alumni. I had wore this Gator thing, and I was walking in, and this guy's like, "Go Gators!" We're like, "Oh my gosh!" Down here in Roswell, New Mexico, I'm getting to go Gators. It's just so much fun to see people all over. I see it in LAX a lot, but it was really cool to see it in a little tiny spot. So right now we're number 6 for the best public university in the nation, and we're trying to break into the top 5. And we are not just sitting back on our laurels. That AI, artificial intelligence, that's what we're trying to push through to make us just, the AI computer we turned on is called HyperGator, and they just turned it on about a month and a half ago, and it is the fastest and best AI computer of any college or university in North America. So that's super cool. We're pretty excited about that. This is me. So I am the West Coast rep. I do live in Southwest Colorado. I usually spend about 2 months out of my year in California doing all my visits and fairs, a lot of things with WACAC, and I also spend some time in Colorado here in my home state. The QR code in the upper left If you want to take a picture of that, that will take you to our page where you can input all your information, and that'll get you on our mailing list. So it doesn't matter if you're a freshman in high school or if you're a junior, you can all fill out that information. We're also on social media. So this is a great way to stay informed about what's going on, because we are not test optional. We're still going to need those tests, and we'll take either the ACT or the SAT, and we will super score those. So if you're going to take those multiple times, send them on, and we'll take your best scores out of that. And I'm going to wrap it up for here and today, and we'll head around Florida. Thanks. Bye.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Pam. We are going to move along to our second half of the day here, Eckerd College. Go ahead and take it away, Jacob.
Thanks so much, Jay. Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. Thanks for joining us. Let me go ahead, and I've got my list of things I have to do. Share my screen, start my presentation. All right. So as Jay mentioned, my name is Jacob Brown. I'm the Director of Admission here at Eckerd College. Eckerd is located on the Gulf Coast of Florida. So we're located in the city of St. Petersburg. That's also part of the Tampa Bay metropolitan region. Our geographic distribution is pretty wide. So we've got about 47 different states and 41 other countries represented in our student body. 90% of our students live on campus, so we're highly, highly residential. Additionally, one of the most interesting statistics for Eckerd is that on average, students are traveling 1,000 miles from home to come to Eckerd. So that's quite different than most college-bound students. Typically, they will travel 200 to 250 miles on average, but Eckerd students are doing that distance commitment 4 to 5 times the average. So we can start to really, make assumptions that Eckerd students are pretty adventurous. Eckerd also has a 4-1-4 academic calendar. And so very, very similar to semester or trimester, this is just relating to the number of courses you will take in a given academic year. So students will take 4 courses in the fall, 4 courses in the spring, and then every year, students will take 1 course for about 3 weeks as part of a mini term. Sophomore, junior, and senior year, that course happens in the month of January for winter term, where a lot of our students will study abroad. However, in a student's first year, will happen in August for what we call autumn term. Now, trust me, August in Florida does not feel like autumn, but that's what we call it. Autumn term kicks off with the ceremony of lights, the day that you check in. It's sort of a bookend to commencement, but this is right where you're going to take your first academic course, the same 20 or so students together for the first 3 weeks. It will be complemented with other types of co-curricular experiences, ways to get to know other members of your first year class, ways to get familiar and comfortable with the campus, as well as our surrounding area in the city of St. Petersburg. So after 3 weeks, then our upper class students will move in. It's time for you to take 4 courses, but you know where the buildings are. You feel comfortable. You have a really, really strong foundation. These are some of our courses. None of them are major specific. So you can't choose the right one or the wrong one. All of our students technically come in undecided. And then part of that autumn term course is the beginning of our mentoring program. And so each autumn term section will have a peer mentor, a sophomore who just went through this process, as well as a faculty mentor. This faculty member who's teaching your course will serve as your mentor for the first year, really starting to talk to you about major exploration, what it is that you want during your 4 years in college. How are you transitioning? Typically around this time, in your first year, so like March or April, is when you'll declare your discipline, and then you'll have a faculty member, faculty mentor, I should say, within your field of study. And so if you've declared history or environmental studies, you'll have a mentor within that area who can really partner with you for research opportunities, connect you to a greater network of Eckerd alums who've majored in that program or discipline, talking to you again about, what types of experiences you want out of an Eckerd experience. These are our areas of study. We've got about 42 different majors and programs. Most popular programs, certainly marine science is our flagship program. And so that's what we're very well known for. Environmental studies, animal studies, those round out the top 3. And then I would say also international relations and global affairs and psychology. But you can look at all of our majors at eckerd.edu/majors. Additionally, as I mentioned, for winter term is when a lot of our students will study abroad. And so we're ranked number 2 in the nation for the number of study abroad experiences among undergraduate baccalaureate colleges. And so imagine you're taking an Eckerd course with Eckerd students and an Eckerd faculty member in the Galapagos, or doing a language immersion program in Spain, really all over the place. And this would be in addition to any more traditional study abroad experiences that may happen for the semester, or even summer programs or year-long programs. Eckerd also has a campus in London at the London Study Center, right in the backyard, basically, of the British Museum. Campus life, as I mentioned, we're very residential. So campus life, what you're doing outside of the classroom, is just as important as what you're doing inside of the classroom. And so we're located, as I mentioned, in St. Petersburg, home of some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, not according to me, but according to TripAdvisor. St. Pete Beach has been named, I think, the top 5 in the world. We do have our own beach on campus as well. So here's some students hanging out at South Beach. You'll notice there's a dog in the photo. Yes, Eckerd is pet friendly. We're the pet friendliest campus in the United States. So bring on your dog and your cat and your reptiles and whatever you have. There is probably someone who's done it before you. In addition to our beach, on the other part of campus is our waterfront complex. And our waterfront really serves 3 different areas: academic. And so we have research vessels. So instead of going to the Marine Science Lab, you go to the other part of campus and you board a beach catamaran and you're out on the Gulf doing research. It's also recreational. So you see these guys are taking out a kayak, there's paddle boards, sailboats, you name it, we've got it, and it's free of charge. Camping equipment, really to get you out on the water and be recreational. And then it's also service oriented. So we have our search and rescue team that responds to about 600 distress calls in a given year. Finally, these are application requirements. You can also find those at eckerd.edu/apply. We are test optional for 2022 admission. Early action deadline is November 15th. And last but certainly not least, Eckerd is a member of Colleges That Change Lives. There's not just 40 schools that we think change your life. Going to college is a life-changing experience, and this really is a great tool to use as you search for your best fit. So thanks so much. This is my contact information. I think my time is up.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for your time. Grateful to have you here. We're going to move right along on over to Florida Southern College. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it and excited to be here today. I'm going to do the same thing. I'll go ahead and I'll share my screen here as well. And let's go ahead and get started today. So just to introduce myself, my name is Joe Madigan. I serve as the Director of Recruitment Outreach at Florida Southern College. If you are not familiar with Florida Southern College, we are located in beautiful Lakeland, Florida. The little map there of the state of Florida, as you're hearing from all Florida schools here today, we are smack dab really in the center of the state. We are 30 minutes from the Walt Disney World Resort, which is just to the east of us. We are 45 minutes from the beaches of Clearwater and some of the most gorgeous locations in the country. We're a lakefront campus, and we are also Florida's oldest private school. We've been around since 1883. We're home to just over 3,000 total students, about 2,400 undergraduate students, and about 600 to 700 graduate students actually earning their master's and doctoral degrees, because we go all the way up to that. About 60% of our students are from the state of Florida, but 40% of our students are from outside the state of Florida, representing nearly all 50 states. If there's a student on here today from Idaho, we would love to welcome you to Florida Southern College, and then also from 50 plus foreign nations where students would come to as well. There's a lot of reasons that students are attracted to Florida Southern. A lot of that has to do with our academic opportunities. We have over 70 different academic programs of study, as well as 16 pre-professional tracks, with the majority of those focused in health professions, things such as physical therapy, med school, where we actually can tout this year a 100% acceptance rate for students into graduate medical school programs or in health professions. Our most popular majors are really kind of surrounding the sciences, which is very popular: biology, chemistry, research that goes along with that starts the first year, as well as business is one of our flagship programs at Florida Southern. We just recently got ranked as the #1 school in the nation for teaching in the School of Business by Poets and Quants. We also have a direct admit nursing program that is critical if students are interested in the field of nursing. You apply to Florida Southern College as a first-year student, start in the nursing program right away. We're a liberal arts college at our core, so you're going to get a well-rounded education no matter if you pick criminology or integrative biology or exercise science or marine biology, or within our theater program, you want to start right away on stage, as we were rated in the top 20 in the nation for our fine arts and specifically our theater program at Florida Southern. I also speak about Florida Southern College being an engaged learning institution. When I say you're starting right away, all of our majors at Florida Southern College are considered direct admit, meaning you're going to actually be taught by professors in your specific major right away, as 100% of our classes are taught by faculty members. We don't have students flipping through PowerPoint presentations for you in large lecture halls. Speaking of small class sizes, our average class size is about 14 students. That really makes sure that you are the focus as you earn your bachelor's degree, that first degree, because we want to give you the opportunity to learn about things such as robotics or artificial intelligence in our brand new computer science building on campus, to learning about stock trading within our business, finance, and economics programs. That's not the only things that make Florida Southern College unique. We offer 3 specific guarantees for students that include getting the opportunity to travel abroad. In fact, 70% of our students will study abroad during their time at Florida Southern College, and the majority of our study abroad trips are embedded in the cost of the college tuition. In addition to that, we guarantee internships. About half of our majors require internships. Yes, that is one of our students, Joey Artega, doing an internship at the Walt Disney World Resort locally, or working with a Fortune 500 company, or if you're interested in sports business management, working locally with the Detroit Tigers, who host spring training in the local Lakeland area. And then most importantly, I like to say that we want to graduate students in 4 years' time is the most critical element. A student is assigned an academic advisor, a mentor that's going to guide them through their academics and kind of their life choices starting right away, and you'll be with them through the entire 4 years on campus. I'd be remiss to forget to mention, if you come in with any college credit like your AP, IB, dual enrollment, and ACE, all of that will also count at Florida Southern. Because at the end of the day, our ultimate goal is to get you to your dreams. Our outcome rate is 97% of getting students into graduate school or a job within 6 months after graduation. And that website that's listed here gives a lot of great stories of what our students are doing. Speaking of stories, we want you to have a great college experience. 93% of our students live on campus at Florida Southern. We are a residential campus with a variety of options for living, 16 different total residential options to get plugged in and connected right away. Yes, that's a palm tree and our lake, and an actual first-year residence hall right behind the student that's pictured in the top left. Speaking of involvement, we have over 125 different clubs, organizations, and activities, from Greek life to NCAA Division II athletics, and surrounded by a couple of peers of our Sunshine State Conference here today that we compete in. We've won the 3rd most national championships in Division II athletics, even having our own esports arena that we just tripled the size of. We compete in the NACE Peach Belt Conference for different sports. So showing the variety from ice hockey to esports to basketball to baseball. I want to finish the presentation here today by talking about our admissions and application process. Florida Southern College is a selective university. We received over 11,000 applications this year for admission. We approximately admit about 50 to 60% of the students who apply. We are a test optional school, but we encourage students to apply early. We have an early action option with a deadline of November the 1st, with our priority rolling admission decision being March 1st each year. It's free to apply to Florida Southern on the Common Application, the Coalition Application, or our online application. We're looking for a good fit at Florida Southern College, and we reward students based on their academics, offering merit scholarships at the same time students are reviewed for admission. And we are rated consistently as a top value school, even as a private university, with our average financial aid package being over $35,000 per year. My last note today is we are open for tours at Florida Southern College. If you'd like to come to Florida and get a chance to visit us, hang out with Mickey Mouse down the road, and then come to campus, you can register for a tour right on our website, flsouthern.edu/visit. Lots of visit opportunities, whether it be virtually or in person. Thanks so much for joining here today. I will hand it off to our next school, and I like to finish every time I get a chance to talk with Go Mocs.
Thank you so much. We are going to go to our last and final school of the day, Weber International University. Go ahead and take it away for us.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amanda with Weber International University in Babson Park, Florida. I'll share a quick video, or this is our live camera of campus. So there were some people playing beach volleyball and in the pool about 20 minutes ago, but it is a beautiful campus. We are a stone's throw from Florida Southern, so we are again on the shores of Crooked Lake. We are the third cleanest lake, freshwater lake in the state of Florida. We are almost 100 years old and named after Roger Babson's granddaughter. Roger Babson also started Babson College outside of Boston, and we were all women's school up until the 70s, and we have students from all over. But similar to Florida Southern, we are located, as he said, right in the middle of the state, about 45 minutes on the nose to the Orlando International Airport. So we ask students fly into there if you want to come and visit. We also do a scholarship reimbursement if you were to come and visit Florida and happen to come to Weber and take a tour of campus. But moving right along, our campus life at Weber, we currently have about 800 students, so we are a smaller school, rural setting. We do have great options though, as far as a Starbucks on campus and our cafeteria, as well as a third dining option on campus, but there are also options within walking distance of campus out in Babson Park. Different activities at Weber. We do not have a Greek life. As I said, we are a small rural school, but we do have lots of great opportunities, including our two newest, the fishing club. It is a freshwater fishing club, but they do travel in and out of the state of Florida. And we also have esports. We'll have a new video coming out within the week for our esports video, so keep us on the lookout online. It's Weber, WEBBER.edu. So there are different opportunities for you to earn scholarships. The more interactive you are with campus, no matter what college you guys land at, the better off you are for scholarship opportunities. And it always looks great on a resume when you're more active on campus. So Weber is an NAIA school. We do give athletic and academic scholarships, but just so you guys know, a list of our athletic programs. Our newest is flag football for our women's and ladies on campus. We actually beat University of Florida a couple of weeks ago. Not to poke any bears, but I know we were quite excited about that win. And we also have a nationally ranked bowling team. So if anyone is interested in bowling, they do train at the Kegel Training Center in Lake Wales, Florida. Weber's student to professor ratio, you guys can see there on this slide, it is 23-1. We had very little issues with the corona on our campus. Some of our professors did do a hybrid where half the school or half the class went one day and then swapped out, because our classes are only 4 days a week. Wednesday is your free day on campus. Some of our newest majors include the pre-nursing track, occupational therapy. We are the first school in the state of Florida to offer occupational therapy assisting as a bachelor's program. Pre-nursing, sport performance, health and fitness, and healthcare administration are all new, as well as our psychology program and education. We are no longer just a business school, which is quite exciting. Our application process is free and always will be. You can apply on our website, again, here listed here, as well as direct any questions to our admissions email address. We also take applications through the Common app. And I encourage everyone, if you have not started, to work on your FAFSA. This is needed anywhere that you would attend for college. It's needed for financial aid, scholarships and grants. So we're a private institution. We do not have in-state or out-of-state tuition. So the FAFSA is important to help you with your finances throughout your entire college career. So again, check us out on all the normal social medias. Again, my name is Amanda. I'm a regional admissions counselor, and I'm happy to help with any questions you guys have. Just feel free to reach out online. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Now I'm going to actually ask all of our presenters to come on up here. I'm going to share my screen and I've got a question for everyone here. So give me one second. All right, so we're going to go in the same order in which we presented today, but what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? Full Sail, what do you have to say about that?
I think the biggest thing I would say is make sure that you're looking for the right reasons. A lot of times there's a lot of pressure to go with a big name school or to go with a prestigious school that will impress the parents. But if it's not the path that is your passion, then it's not the right path for you. Make sure that, the program that you're looking into is really going to get you to where you want to be going.
Absolutely awesome. And Lynn University, what do you have to say here?
So for me, we tell students this all the time. Obviously, when you do your research, if you can, make your way to campus and see it for yourself, see the area, make sure it's the right fit for you. If we admit you and we think you're going to be your right fit for our campus and community, but now it'll be your turn to see if it's the right fit for you. So definitely get a sense of it, see if you're happy there, not only in a classroom, but where you're going to be living in the surrounding area.
Great, awesome. University of Florida.
Basically everything that we said so far. You make sure you're looking for yourself and not where your parents want you to go or your aunties or anything like that. This is your experience. This is your thing. And get on campus if you can. I know it's super hard with the way things are right now, but you're going to feel a vibe no matter where you go. And don't discount the little schools or something you never heard of before, because that could be the program, that could be your passion. So like I said, if you want to be a Gator, that's amazing, but just keep your eyes open and keep looking around and find your fit.
Find your fit, absolutely. Eckerd College.
Fit. It really is important. And I'll just, I won't rehash everything, but it's self-reflective, this process. Your challenge and your goal is to find a school that's different and unique and really speaks to you. So I think you need to spend some time and look within yourself and really assess what is a good fit? What does that mean? Because if it's a good fit, you're going to be happy. And if you're happy, you're more likely to be successful. The other final little thing I will say is virtual is here to stay. And so yes, coming to campus and visiting in person is important. But if you're struggling finding virtual content from a school, we've all, been a year into COVID. So that might be telling you something. So don't be afraid of virtual, but colleges should have lots of virtual content for you.
Great, and Florida Southern College.
Those are all great notes that all my peers had shared here. And one of the things that I want to kind of mention, we mentioned fit, but also everyone here is an admission counselor. We're not dream crushers, we're admission counselors. Our goal is to admit students to our universities and help them in that right fit. And that's a two-way street. I want to talk both to the students and the parents here, and I want to give you a quote. Where there is kindness, there is goodness, and where there is goodness, there is magic. That's from Cinderella. And it's also the belief of you need to connect with people on these campuses. Everyone you hear from today wants to connect with you as a student, as a parent, and the way that you interact with us shows how that experience may go on our campuses. And we're also oftentimes one of the first ones reviewing your applications. Keep that in mind. That's there, and building those relationships with the individuals on the campuses that you're looking at. Keep in contact with them, get those questions answered, because we are here to help.
Awesome, thank you for that. And let's close it out with Weber International. Anything to add?
Yes, I think today was awesome because everyone had the opportunity to see small, middle, and large as far as school sizes are concerned. So that's always one of my biggest pieces of advice, but I would also encourage everyone to look for scholarships. They're out there and they're not getting used, especially golfers, lady golfers. If you're getting asked to pay $100 and they're going to find you $2,000 in scholarships, it's probably not up and up or the most legit. So, scholarship application should be free for you to do. And don't be afraid to ask for more money. A lot of schools have extra money sitting or money, flexible money that they can help you pay for your school, whether you're work study on campus, a resident assistant, working in the library. There's lots of options for you guys out there. So I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Well, we are going to go ahead and close it out then for the afternoon here. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for all the attendees who are here live and you watching the recording. Thank you to all of our panelists. It was great learning about all of the schools. When you close this window now, there will be a link with a 4-question short survey, and we would love your feedback. Also, this is just one of many sessions, so we would love to invite you to register for more. And again, in about 1 week, you'll be able to find this recording at strivescan.com/WACAC. All right, have a great afternoon, everyone.